Good afternoon, beautiful family. So much love. Oh my goodness, so much love to all of you. Are you ready for 12:12? Are you ready for 12:21? So I wanted to share this quick video because there's this incredible dance between being and doing. We are moving more and more towards in our beingness. Let me just adjust my keys here. Into our beingness, of course. Being in that glorious essence of the true nature of our divinity. The true mighty I am that radiates so easily. And yet we're in the human incarnation and we are bringing the divine through, and then in our human incarnation we have things such as, for example, buying groceries, let's say filling up the gas, let's say taking a walk to get this physical garment moving. There are all of these things. And there's this conscious awareness that the beingness is here to be experienced in all of its multidimensional nature. And in order for it to be experienced, we have to be present and present in this now. And I feel sometimes it is very challenging to be very present because our field, physical, emotional, mental, etheric body is filled with things. And I call it literally just things because there are these thought forms and many of them have emotional charge attached to them. And some of them are plain to-do lists. And I do value to-do lists very much because what I have found, for example, crystalline diamond body, it loves to radiate. And it loves to radiate its free flow. And let's say on a day that my schedule is filled with activities, and these activities do require preparation. So when I bring myself into the golden now and I breathe into it, and when I do address that in which is the activity that has to be completed, it brings me tremendous joy because once I address it, I'm able to then allow it to be lifted. It is no longer sitting in my field. However, when it is just sitting there, one of many things that has gotten my attention. For example, a very, very basic note. There was a video that I had to upload, and I had to create a 30-minute video for this upcoming event called the Joining Forces of Light Unity Love Global Event for 12/21. Now this is an activity of the Ascension Flame that I'm called to bring in, and there was a download that I received to create it. So of course I have to prepare the space, and within the space then put the video camera, clear the space, and allow this 30 minutes of recording, then uploading the video, then sending it via file transfer. So all of this is a doing step because it is an action that is honoring that in which is called. So once that action has been put into motion, there's a liberation. Now I can just be with it as well. Beautiful, I will be with it both. Where are you? Sorry about that. I will be with it on 12/21. However, if I didn't do this part, I wouldn't be able to take fully part with all these other facilitators that are taking part, in which I was also invited to take part. So why I'm sharing this with you, because there's this part of being like tomorrow for 12/12. I am just going to be, I am in no service to anything or anyone but the presence. And Michael and I are going to be on the land somewhere, just be in it. There's no action of activity. And then for 12/21, there was this action of activity that had to take place. So there's this interesting dance between these, because there's this conscious presence that is circulating, that it is all in our beingness. And of course, within our beingness, what is being drawn forth into this now in the golden moment is very important and vital. And so, for example, let's say if I was recording the video for this, but my thought field was everywhere else, I couldn't be fully in the present of the momentum that was building up. Yet I also had to do it in the action, which was right in there, calling it in. So it's not one or the other. It is really a wholeness spectrum of all of it. And I feel that's what's often missing, because there's still this duality of separation that wants to separate, where we're called to just be, not do anymore. And I feel that that's a misconception, awareness, misunderstanding, heartstanding, because it does require, oh, look at that glowing sun. It does require for us to be more and more in the presence and call it into the action of the presence, because the presence wants to come in. But if our field is filled with, let's say, so much to-do list that has not been minded, that has not been hearted, that has not been put into some kind of motion, whether it's been put aside so then it addressed later, or it's been put into some kind of like organization so that it can be addressed, then the field cannot be fully clear for the streaming to do its work in its beingness. So this wonderful dance of being, look at that radiance. Oh, this magnificence. So there's this magnificence in the beingness and call to, by the way, this is a new building near where I am, where they've just built this incredible facility and nobody's really here, so it's nice to walk, but they have all these meeting rooms. It's so cool. And it's for the new residents that are here. And it's just this wonderful, warmer day today. Woo! That I'm just so enjoying. Oh, so worthy and deserving of this. And some of you have seen me make a couple of videos here before. So the dance between this being and doing, bringing the being into doing, and instead of the doing is taking it into action. And I feel many times there's this, a lot of times things that remain within the thought field and makes our field very heavy, because there's this inspired idea, but then it is not put into motion. So then it's just clogging the field. And then there's another one. Usually when we have these gateways or portals, more of that is showing up. So it's important to be able to mind it, heart it, put into action or delete it. So that your field is just more and more free for the presence, the great presence that just wants to stream through. It's exactly like when we want to stream something, but if you have too many windows open, we just can't get the best streaming. It skips, it's not coming in. So we got to get cleared. It's constant clearing these fields. And one of the best clearing is to get things in motion, movement, walking, jogging, dancing, any of these. Get the physical temple moving so everything else around it starts to move as well. And nowhere to be but just here, and however you're observing, just allowing it to go into movement. So just want to, ooh, can you see that radiance of light? Holy shizzle. Can you see the arch? Oh my goodness, I should be taking a picture of this. Let me see if I can take a picture of this. Oh my goodness. How can I take a picture?